Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. And today's podcast title is After Years Away, I'm Putting Myself Back in Play with Conscious Community and Shaking Up. Now, when I say I'm returning to the Conscious Community, I destroyed the Conscious Community. So I can't return to that one no more. I had to create a new one of me, myself, and I. So in my conscious community, I only deal with the Bible. So the people that I'm dealing with are Hebrew Israelites and Roman Catholics. Now, none of them want to play the game with me because they believe strife is not of God. They believe God is not with strife and all this stuff. God is with all of that. Why you think David fought Goliath? Did they not have strife? Did that whole thing not come about due to God? People act, we ain't supposed to have it in the church. Yes, because you got to get rid of it. And the way you get rid of it is to have it. Because once you have it and go through it, you have passed that phase. See, life is full of phases that you got to pass, things that you got to go through with your brothers, sisters, your family, or whoever. Who all don't remember the first fight you ever had? It was with family because you was only around family. There was no one else to fight with. You was in the house with your family. And your brother, your sister, your cousin did something, and you had to put hands on them or do something and let them know that, hey, we not going to do that in here. So the religious world don't comprehend this. And I'm in the attention economy where you get attention by doing what you do. And if the church teaches the word of God, why won't they sit down and get the attention of other people and correct them? Doesn't the Bible say that? Reprove, rebuke, and all long suffering. Do this and do that. Now, them Hebrew Israelites in New York, they act like they wanted smoke back in the days. But they realized the power that I had in the word of God, living it the way that the word of God states that we should live it. All of them was afraid. They were street ministers. Then they became internet ministers, meaning they bought into the system, and whatever people was doing on the internet, they do. General Hunter go over the Sinaiticus. He go to the wicked man channel saying he's a servant of God, but won't talk to another so-called servant of God. It's always been that way. I'm a servant of God, been a servant of God ever since I stepped on YouTube. But that part of the YouTube community said, we can't deal with him. We got to go make money with the wicked. We got to go sell our soul to Satan and all of this. You're supposed to be justified, sanctified, waiting for glorification. You might feel justified because you believe in God. You have a strong, what's the term for it? Zeal of God, but you ain't got none of the attributes, none of the things that show it. When you see Tazariot walking in their compound and stuff and telling the African, you cross this line, this and that can happen and stuff, why Tazariot got scared when I went over there to confront him in Katazak about baptism? We ain't debating, we ain't doing this. Why you shut up? You're supposed to be a battle-tested soldier of God. You were supposed to get ready to stand up and deal with the conversation. He was scared. Why? Because he'd been dealing with the Sinaiticus TV community, and that's the way they do. Because if you don't set up the debate and fix it right to know who will win and lose, the outcome and stuff, because see, Sinetta think he's God. He been stated he's the God of the Hebrews. So he's the God of General Yohana. He's the God of Tazariah. He's the God of Zion Lex, Divine Prospect, and all these people. They're only in your life because Sinetta put them in your life. The same way he put Polite in your life, the same way he put young Pharaoh, the same way he put what's the other crazy dude think he a god, been sexing the women and stuff, Nature Boy and all of that. Sinetta gave you them the same way he gave you the Hebrew Israelites. They created Maccabees TV and everything. They could have messed with me. They didn't want to mess with me because they knew I wasn't a Hebrew Israelite in the Hebrew Israelite system. That's why I tried to mess with the Chicago Hebrew Israelites, which was supposed to be my brothers. I learned real quick that they're not my brothers. Tried to mess with people at the Israel of God. They're not my brothers. I tried to mess with Marlon Ewan a little bit after I had left Chicago and stuff. We're not brothers no more. I never tried to go and deal with the house of Jacob anymore, but them brothers and sisters, I'm always talking to them online and saying hello and liking their pictures and this and that. I tried to deal with the Hebrew Israelites in Chicago, but they just as wicked as the Hebrew Israelites in New York. So I'm back in the conscious community to have a conversation. My titles and everything gonna be aimed at the head of conscious community leaders. Because I don't want to stop talking Bible, but they have some wicked people out here to come at me. The dirty sector and all that stuff, that's because of me. When Sinetta said he got the toughest environment, you know who made that environment tough? Me. That's who. But they ain't gonna tell you that. But this is my little rant and conversation. They're not gonna be long. The next one will be more structured, but they're not gonna be long. 10-minute videos and stuff until I feel like dropping something heavy on their head. With that said, y'all know I'm back. Y'all been warned. Sarah Sudan said it. You out there. I see you out there. I see you out there. With that said, though, I'm out, people.